Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel, where we examine things through the lens of Americana and how it affects our society, be it fun or funky. Disney's Pixar's Turning Red is in the category of funky. This movie is weird. It's about a Chinese girl living in Toronto, Canada, with both of her parents. Strange already for a Disney movie or Pixar, where no one has a Canadian accent. However, the girl's elders, except her mother, not only have overdrawn Asian features, but stock Chinese accents too. The same accents that get you in big trouble nowadays, unless you're working for Disney apparently. The question jumps out at you though, how is it no one has a Canadian accent in the whole movie? The guy with the turban on his head has an Indian accent, so accents are a real thing in this movie, just not Canadian accents. Except the guy working the window at the ticket booth, who has all of one line where he says "eh," but never "a boot." According to the Wall Street Journal, the movie's director is a Canadian woman of Chinese descent. So, if you thought only actors were narcissists, you haven't been keeping up with the woke films and comics that are all based on whatever the Mirror tells them. So here is this girl who looks 9, but acts 11, and we eventually are told is 13. Suddenly she finds herself turning into a panda bear, a red one. If you've seen Teen Wolf, the comedy with the Canadian Michael J. Fox, not the Canadian teen drama, then you are mostly familiar with what happens at this point. Except Fox, who was playing a wolf, did not have a dad rush to get him a bunch of feminine pads as he faced this change of life. This movie, however, does spend a great deal of energy covering the short basics of puberty for girls turning into women. Except, of course, she has a different red problem with fur, which this movie hints at but does not come out and say directly. The setup is familiar with the girl and her friends to go see a boy band, who are as multiracial as the characters in this cartoon are, because of course, there is no racial strife in this world, and everyone hangs around with everyone everywhere, and everyone gets along without ever being burdened by someone living or dropping constant race cards, right? The movie's time setting is 2002, though why is not clear. Maybe so there would be no critical race theory and BLM and gay pride flags filling up all the parts of the classroom settings that would be required for today's time period. The mother's behavior is actually terrifying in near every scene. That she has such a good relationship with her daughter makes no sense with the actions she takes throughout the film. The mother's actions would, by any person's accounting, demand a good talking to, especially by the feminized father, who needs to be the mother he wants to be. While the mom may wear skirts in the film for a costume, she wears the pants in the relationship. As for the girl's friends' parents, oddly, they don't seem to have any. While the lead has a helicopter mom on steroids, her friends might as well be orphans for all we see. The cast of the movie is as far as you can get from either hiring actors to act, or diversity being a strength. Just like last year's Raya and the Last Dragon, the casting director made it clear you better have an Asian last name if you want to roll in this film. There used to be a popular word for people that base hiring decisions strictly on race. Whatever that word is, it seems to fit perfectly here too. As for the finale, that's for you to watch and be unsurprised by. But listen closely to that last line and ask yourself if such words lead to a better tomorrow. The Disney films of the 90s told everyone they could be anything they wanted to be and that they should be themselves. Remember that thing we mentioned earlier about narcissist? Yeah. If all you think about is yourself, and being yourself, that's pretty much the definition right there. As for the film's closing line, let's hope it has less impact than the 90s movies did on society. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the future.